If it gets down in the teens, I'm period. That little thing will not cover me into the teens. I get this furnace and I get it out of the box. Last night I get it out of the box and I set it here. I'm pretty much paying attention to the wires. That's really what I'm looking at, right? Well, now today, and if I don't have my glasses on, everything's blurry with the like I'm right here. I can't really, I can see the thing, but I can't see any problems really. I can see it's missing a screw. Well, when I put my glasses on and I get close to it, I see this whole thing has been bent, dropped, or you can't even take this thing off now. And I mean, this is a brand new thing. They got dropped in shipping, and right on the corner. I can't install this brand new thing in there without, it's a $1,000, man. I'm not gonna install some $1,000 thing that got dropped before. At this point, now I'm thinking I'm just gonna take this thing back and pull. I had this concept that probably a horrible idea, but I had this concept to just plug with tape or something. So take this furnace out to get another furnace. They're not gonna, it's gonna be a whole nother week. If I take this furnace out and I put like a piece of tape or something and I plug it, which after talking to some different person there, I kind of feel a little more confident that I don't have to bleed the whole trailer lines out. I would have to go back to all the pilot lights. And that was my concern. Like, how do I get to the pilot light for the fridge and the hot water heater? If I drain the lines out, that's going to be a whole nightmare trying to find those pilot lights. He's like, well, you don't have to drain the lines. Turn off the things. So turn off the valves, take it out, keep the valves off, and then just take that thing right to them. And then while I'm in town there, maybe I'll be able to find the little plug in town, come back, put the little plug in there, and then turn the gas back on. Maybe. I don't know. But right now, I'm so broke. Spending $1,000 and waiting a week, At this point, I might as well just pull this other motherfucker out and take it in. So today's video went from me putting a brand new furnace in to me taking an old furnace out and then driving to Bend again. I'm totally screwed on this deal. I need to get a wrench to take that thing apart. And the closest wrench is like 2-hour round trip. So then I go on a 2-hour round trip, wrench, hypothetically it comes out then. So it comes out. Now I have another hour drive before I'm at the place. Right now it's 11:30. That's a lot of driving like racing to basically the closest place I could buy tools, which is Prineville. Racing back. It's super beneficial to be able to get this thing out of here and delivered to the repair place today. Then they can maybe even start on it today and get right on it Monday morning, and then I could have it back like super soon. God, that's a lot of driving. And then it's assuming that, so that's option one. Race to Prineville, get a wrench, come back, take that out, and then race to Bend. Race and drive, whatever. Option two, work on the other project that I have that I need to get done, which is the water system, which I think I have all the parts for the water system now. I just have to do it all, right? And that involves wiring a plug, a DC plug into the trailer. I think I decided to dig a little trench to put a pipe in, so I bought a pipe to put the hose in, and I bought another little tote. So the tote I'll cut openings in and put it right up next to the tank, and then the pipe will come in one side, and then the hose will just come through the pipe and then connect to the tank, and then that connection will just be in that box, almost like a junction box, valve box or something, right? Totes are just light and temporary, so that tote on one end, and then on the other end the pipe will come out of the ground underneath the trailer, and then it'll go into another tote, a bigger tote, and then in that tote, I was gonna have that tote out there, but then I'm like, shit, if I just slide that under the trailer, it changes all the dynamics of itself needing to be insulated or anything. Like the hoses are heated, so I don't really have to worry about them. So I run that pipe over there, put it in that little tote junction box. The hose is in the inside of it. Bam, that's done. The other side, the hose comes out and then goes into the big tote. The other hose comes out of the other side, comes out, and then I got some of this two pipe insulation stuff to put on the little bit of hose, the heated hose, mind you, that's exposed, where it comes out from underneath the trailer to into the side of the trailer where it joins. So then I'll cover that with that little piece of insulation as well. So that whole project is kind of like, you know, like a huge project. I could get part of it done today and just not do all the driving, and then tomorrow, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow and be nasty. So if I got that stuff done, but my furnace, if I get my furnace over there today, that'll be done sooner, and I'll be able to get that taken care of. And when the furnace is taken care of, that's just better across the board. But like, I might start this other project. If I don't, you know, let's say I go and run and do all that driving today and actually get it done, which I, you know, it may or may not be able to get done, because just because I get that bolt off there or that whatever fitting off there does not mean that thing's gonna come out of there. I don't know. Just seems like there might be more screws in there someplace. I hope not, but it kind of seems that way. But anyway, so let's just say hypothetically, I get that thing out of there, I get it to Bend, okay, everything's great. Now tomorrow, the weather is nasty, and I can't really do anything. Maybe I might be able to get out there, I might be able to get under the trailer and get the plug wired or something. I mean, I might be able to do stuff in the rain. I mean, digging the ditches for that pipe is the backhoe, and that thing doesn't really care what the weather's like. So it's just decisions. Like, I've literally been to Bend 2 days in a row. Now I'm looking at being in both Prineville and Bend in the same day. Is just like, this is freaking killing me, literally. I mean, literally killing me, because sitting down is smoking a cigarette every hour. Every hour you sit, you're smoking an hour. So if I go drive to Prineville, that's 2 cigarettes. I get back here, and I've already been in. And it's not like I just drive to these places and then I'm just walking around the whole time I'm there. No, I'm like driving there, and then here and there, and then here and there, and just all this driving, all this sitting on my ass. Every hour you're sitting on your ass is like the equivalent to smoking a cigarette. I fucking hate sitting down. I miss my standing desks that are in my freaking storage containers. I pretty much just stood all the time before I started this trailer thing. And the other trailer, literally, I had to duck most times. So I couldn't even really stand up. And here, like right now, obviously I'm standing. I can walk around a little bit. But if I want to do any work or anything, I got to sit right down. So there's a lot of sitting already. And then if I'm working on this, it's laying down on the floor. Ugh. And this is where I cook. And spatters of grease are on the floor, so it's just, I cleaned it obviously, but still, it's just not where I would prefer to be wallowing around on the floor. But yeah, so talking to the camera, see, and that's the whole thing I can equate to, like, all this driving means I'm just gonna have more time to tell stories. But telling stories doesn't heat my freaking trailer at this point. My propane system does, and it's not doing its thing. Super sketchy. Not sketchy, lame. I really want to get my water system. I think I have all the parts at this point. It's just a matter of assembly, and that's going to take some time. And I really want to film the whole process too. I want to make, I want to show how I put this whole thing together. Right? And I had this whole plan for today that was this furnace, like pulling this one out, put the new one in, and then, but, and this is the dynamic of off-grid, like, seriously, like, I'm just thinking about building a house out here. But anyway, I digress. I've built things for years and years and years, all kinds of different stuff, nightclubs, props, sets. Okay. End up in the hardware store over and over again, sometimes like 6 times in a day. On quite a few occasions, I can remember building things that I needed to go to, especially custom props, right? Because you get to a certain point and it's like you need this, and you really don't have 2 directions you can go. You got to finish this one direction, so you finish it, and it's like you can't finish it till you get the part, so you go get the part, and then you come back, and then you do it, and it's like, oh, now I need this next part. And a lot of custom build stuff, foreseeing exactly what I'm gonna need, is like, so anyway, running back and forth to the hardware store, and I used to think it was such a big deal when it was like 10 minutes away. Now it's a 2-hour round trip if I hit the right spot and get the tools I need, like, so anyway, and it's a nice day, like, I could be getting stuff done outside instead of driving, right? But this furnace thing is a big deal. Like, this little guy right here, that little 1500 or 900 watt heater, depending on what it's on. Right now it's on high, so it's on 1500. That thing, if it runs 24/7, it can keep this place at night where it only gets down into the high 50s. So that thing's not keeping up. And it's super warm right now. Like, the temperatures aren't even really going much below freezing right now. So I'm lucking out. If it gets down in the teens, I'm period. That little thing will not cover me into the teens. I need my furnace working. I don't even know if I can get it out if I can get that wrench. That's where, but I literally have to get that wrench to see. Like, I don't really have, you know, like an option. Like, I get that thing off there and then I go to the next stage. And if I can get all that done, and I've been talking now for 10 minutes today, then my chances of getting this thing back and getting it installed in a decent amount of time, like next week, still when the weather's quite, you know, but if I can't get this thing in there until Monday, then, you know, I mean, that's like, because if I get it in there Monday, it won't be until like afternoon Monday. So they'll be starting on it. It's basically like I get a whole day sooner. So 1 day sooner, basically. If I got it in there today, they would start today, and then Monday they would probably finish it Monday, maybe Tuesday. Now it would be Tuesday or Wednesday. Decisions. So I forgot I connected the propane back up. I got back and I opened it up. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to turn the propane. So the propane's off. I got the right wrench. This is off. It seems to be free now. Now the only problem is these wires are freaking stuck down. Whoa. There we go. Now, those wires are holding it. I swear they built this thing around this furnace. They put this furnace in there and then they assembled their cabinets. That's kind of a up way to do things. But that screw back there, I have no clue how I'm gonna get to it. All right, let's see if I can do this. Oh shit! Damn. No more holster for you. The glamorous life of the off-grids. Oh yeah. See, if I wasn't off-grid, I could just take my trailer into a place and be like, hey, fix this. But I got a feeling it's gonna cost me a lot of money to have somebody come out here twice. Once to take this out, take it back, and then once to come back and put it in. Yeah. So, I struggle on. See, I can't even see. It's like the hand that can do anything can't do anything and see. The hand that can see, I can't do anything. I can't get on it and see. I might be in. Okay. I might be in. Oh shit, I forgot to set the damn driver to the appropriate rotation. Okay. Ow! Okay. Take two. That's correct. All I can see about the screw is this freaking burly screw. It could be stripped out. They could have rammed it home and stripped it out. I don't know. This sucks. I know that much. It sucks. And it's just a screw that's holding down wires. And it's screwed down through a wire holding bracket thing. Assholes that put this thing together. They f***ing seriously don't give a f*** about you being able to repair it in any sort of timely fashion, which is probably the whole thing, because, you know, they're just looking out for all these other employees down the line that I have to pay to fix this thing. Like, yeah, if we make this a nightmare, then, you know, they'll get paid more to fix it. This is the capitalist society we live in. It's always so people can make more money. I can't see what I'm trying to get on either, because of course it's the screws on the back side. Screw gun's in the way. Can't see shit with the screw gun in the way. Holy shit, though. Now that the screw gun's out of the way, it actually looks like I fucking backed that screw up a little bit. Holy shit. A little bit. How far is that in there? Let me count the ways this sucks. I'm on the floor, holding my arm outstretched. My glasses don't work that good. I'm being poked in the arm. I hate doing this kind of... I don't have a problem with taking screw, but why the f*** does the screw have to be all the way back there? See, the problem is like, I can't have a screw gun and see. Screw gun's in the way. How come I can see the thing just fine right up until I put the drill in there, and then it literally takes up just like, oh, I can't reach that much. It is just ripping the out of my arms. This pokes right through the cardboard. This contorting bullshit. Why the do they put like this together like this? I swear, so stupid. Assholes. If you work for Forest River, I hate you. Gee, that's a Warren Buffett company there. Yeah, this is what happens when you have detached ownership and have private workers. Don't have common sense going on. Nothing. Some billionaire goes, oh, let's make RVs. And you got some kid that puts a screw so far back in this thing you can't take it out. There's always, I could cut the wires, but I like to mark my wires and like get a really good impression of where they need to go back. I don't want to just cut wires to be able to get this thing out of here. Not ideal, especially when you're talking about DC. DC does not like wire nuts. Oh, you bitch. I was on it and it just comes out when I hit the goddamn trigger. Ow. Ugh. Alright, you, I got that f***ing piece of shit. What is what? What's gonna be... What should I cut first? That's probably neutral. That's probably hot. So take that first. In theory. Now this thing's hot. I don't have any wire nuts handy. Should have thought about that. I think these are just signal wires here. I think. Okay. This big thing now is ready to go. This is a nightmare. Now I got no propane at all into the trailer because I have a giant hole in the system that where the furnace used to be. Now what the do I do? Like and subscribe.